When people talk about Lamborghini, it is impossible not to think of luxury sports cars with bold designs that capture every gaze. The brand is synonymous with exclusivity, and that is reflected in its limited production. Only 10,000 vehicles of all models are manufactured each year, including the iconic Aventador. But how is this supercar built? To find out, let's travel to Italy and dive into its fascinating manufacturing process. In Sant'Agata Bolognese, a small town in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, lies the headquarters of Lamborghini. This place, known as the Motor Valley, is much more than a factory. It is a space where cutting-edge technology meets artisanal tradition to create some of the world's most iconic supercars. Here, state-of-the-art robots work alongside craftsmen, many of them second generation, who have spent decades perfecting their craft. Their work is not just about assembling cars, it is about bringing to life vehicles that combine design, speed, and innovation in extraordinary ways. The Lamborghini Aventador is not just a car, it is a revolution on wheels. When the brand decided to create this model, they were not content with simply improving what already existed. They wanted to break every convention and set a new standard in the world of supercars. The result was a vehicle that not only exceeded expectations, but redefined what it means to be a Lamborghini. The secret of the Aventador lies in its lightness. To achieve it, Lamborghini's engineers turned to a material that had previously been used only in racing carbon fiber. This material, known for its strength and low weight, was extremely expensive and difficult to produce on a large scale. But Lamborghini did not shy away from the challenge. In 2009, they built a facility dedicated exclusively to producing the Aventador's monocoque chassis, a component that weighs just 147 kilograms, yet is incredibly strong. This chassis not only reduced the vehicle's weight, but also dramatically improved its power-to-weight ratio, allowing the Aventador to reach speeds and acceleration levels that once seemed impossible. But the innovation did not stop there. Lamborghini also developed production techniques that made it possible to manufacture this chassis efficiently, something no other carmaker had accomplished before. So, what does the process look like inside Lamborghini's factory? It all begins with sheets of carbon fiber, a material that may seem fragile but is unbelievably strong. These sheets are cut by automated machines with precision that defies imagination. Each piece must be flawless, because any error could compromise the integrity of the chassis. Once cut, the pieces are placed into molds and subjected to a vacuum lamination process. This step is essential to give them the exact shape they need. The vacuum removes any air bubbles, ensuring that the carbon fiber adheres perfectly to the mold. The molded pieces are then placed in an autoclave, a giant oven that exposes them to high temperatures and pressure. This process, which can last several hours, hardens the carbon fiber, transforming it into a material that is ultra-strong yet incredibly light. Once hardened, the components are assembled using high-precision lasers. Every hole, every connection must be perfect. Here, technology and craftsmanship come together, as technicians work side by side with robots to ensure everything fits flawlessly. Now comes one of the most curious moments in the process, the hammer test. A specialized technician strikes the monocoque with a calibrated hammer, listening carefully. The goal is to detect hidden air bubbles within the structure, imperfections that could compromise its integrity. If the sound is consistent and no flaws are found, the piece moves on to the next stage. If not, it returns to the beginning to be reviewed and corrected. Next, the metallic components are manually added to the monocoque, giving the vehicle its final structure. Once this step is completed, the body undergoes a detailed inspection inside a light tunnel, where every centimetre is examined to identify surface imperfections. At this point, the Aventador begins to reveal its signature silhouette, showing off its unique design. This process goes beyond engineering, it is also an expression of art and tradition. Lamborghini, known for its innovative approach to design, faced the challenge of ensuring the Aventador maintained its distinctive identity. For the design team, every model must be recognizable at first glance, which meant balancing innovation with the brand's heritage without losing its essence. Iconic elements, such as the famous scissor doors, are part of Lamborghini's DNA. However, in this case, The design is not just about aesthetics, every line and every detail serves a specific function. From the air intakes to the chassis aerodynamics, every aspect of the Aventador has been engineered to maximize performance and efficiency. One of the most important challenges was ensuring proper cooling for the powerful V12 engine. To achieve this, large side air intakes were integrated into the body, eliminating the traditional three-part division of the car's exterior. This not only improved airflow, but also contributed to a more fluid and aggressive silhouette. The Aventador's design was inspired by multiple sources: nature, sports, technology, and aeronautics. For example, the cockpit evokes the interior of a fighter jet, with features like the start button and TFT display resembling aircraft controls. The team even drew inspiration from the structure of insects to shape the roof, achieving a balance between aerodynamic function and visual beauty. Once this phase is complete, one of the most iconic stages begins the application of colour. In Lamborghini's paint shop, each Aventador receives a treatment comparable to that of a true work of art. With 13 available colours, each shade is applied by hand by expert artisans, with over 200 hours of work dedicated to each vehicle. This process is not simply technical, it is a blend of precision and devotion that reflects a passion for detail. The process begins with preparing the body, which is meticulously sanded and cleaned to ensure a perfect surface. Several coats of paint are then applied, each one polished and refined to achieve an exceptional finish. The refinement stage lasts 3 days and involves special materials to reach a flawless shine. Finally, the body passes through a light tunnel, where it is inspected for 2 hours to detect any imperfections. If a defect is found, the piece is repainted until it meets Lamborghini's rigorous quality standards. This process not only guarantees a perfect finish, but reinforces the idea that each Aventador is a unique piece, the result of extraordinary craftsmanship and technology. Now it is time to move to the assembly line, where the Aventador comes to life. At the Lamborghini plant, a team of 50 specialists, divided into 11 workstations, operates with millimetric precision to assemble each Aventador. Although technology plays an important role, assembly remains mostly manual, especially during key stages like engine installation, where human expertise is irreplaceable. The heart of the Aventador is its V12 engine, which delivers 700 horsepower. Lighter than in previous models thanks to an aluminum and silicon alloy, this engine stands out not only for its power, but also for its unique sound. Lamborghini has spent countless hours testing and fine-tuning it to produce a deep growl at low speeds and a thunderous roar during acceleration, creating an auditory experience that defines the car. As the engine comes to life, the body moves down the assembly line, transforming from a basic structure into a high-performance supercar. Each stage, from engine installation to the final assembly, is carried out with an extraordinary level of detail that turns the Aventador into a masterpiece of engineering and craftsmanship. Each team has 1 hour and 40 minutes to complete their task before the vehicle advances along the line, a pace essential to maintaining efficiency. The process begins with the assembly of the front differential, where mechanics work on the underside of the car. To make access easier, the vehicle is lifted and rotated, allowing each component to be installed with precision. One of the most critical moments is the installation of the transmission into the chassis, a step known as the marriage between the engine and the body. Unlike other manufacturers, this process is performed entirely by hand, ensuring exceptional quality. Every connection is meticulously checked, as even a small error could affect performance during final testing. While the Aventador's structure takes shape, work continues in another area of the factory, its interior, where each vehicle is customized to reflect the owner's style. In the upholstery workshop, expert craftsmen hand-cut and shape hundreds of square meters of leather, available in 9 different colors. This process is not just technical, it is a blend of precision and artistry, where every detail is handled with utmost care. The Aventador's interior goes beyond function. It is an expression of exclusivity. From the seats to the steering wheel, every element is designed to deliver an exceptional driving experience. Materials such as high-quality leather and Alcantara ensure comfort and elegance, making every ride unforgettable. customization does not end with the interior. Clients can choose from a wide variety of options, from paint colors to design details, to create a vehicle that is truly their own. This approach not only enhances the driving experience, but turns every Aventador into a one-of-a-kind piece, a reflection of Lamborghini's art and craftsmanship. Before leaving the factory, every Aventador goes through a series of rigorous tests to ensure it meets the highest quality standards. These tests are not just performance checks, they are rituals that combine scientific precision with artistic passion. One of the most demanding is the brake test, performed in a specialized room. There, the Aventador's wheels reach speeds of up to 180 km per hour while the car remains stationary. This test not only evaluates braking efficiency, but also ensures the vehicle can stop safely in any situation. Another critical test is a new inspection inside the light tunnel, where every centimetre of the body is carefully examined. This test ensures that the paint and finish are flawless and that the car meets Lamborghini's top quality standards. The final and most decisive test is the road test. At this stage, engineers evaluate every mechanical and electronic component to ensure the Aventador responds with the expected precision and performance. This test not only guarantees the car meets the highest expectations, but also marks the moment when the Aventador proves its true potential. Only when the test driver gives final approval does the vehicle receive the green light to leave the factory. This moment not only represents the end of an intense production journey, it marks the beginning of its life in the real world, ready to fulfill the expectations of those who will drive it. And that is the work behind the production of one of the most famous cars in the world. What do you think of this process? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next episode.